You ever feel like no matter how smart you try to be with credit cards, the bank always ends up winning? You're not alone. Most people don't even realize that they're being tricked into overpaying on fees and chasing reward systems that are rigged against them. But there are a few ridiculously simple ways to flip the script. And in this video, I'll show you how to hack your rewards, completely avoid interest, and take advantage of one specific move that banks really don't want you to know about. So I get it, I really do. Closing an old credit card sounds like the responsible thing to do. And you're probably thinking, why keep it open if I don't even use it? But trust me, shutting it down could mess with your credit score, and nobody wants that headache. Because here's the deal, your credit score is kind of like a financial report card. And one thing that keeps it looking solid is the length of your credit history. Lenders love seeing a long, steady track record because it makes you look reliable. Plus, when you close an old card, you're also lowering your total available credit, and that makes your total credit utilization go up, and when that happens, your score might take a hit. And here's where it gets really annoying. Some banks will actually close your credit card for you if you don't use it for a while, something like 12 to 24 months. So the fix here is super easy. All you need to do is use the card every now and then. So toss a small subscription on it, something like Netflix or Spotify, and then set up autopay. Then your card stays active and you don't even need to think about it. But if your old card has an annual fee, that's a different story. You don't want to keep paying for something that you barely use. So instead of canceling it, check if you can downgrade that card to a no-fee version of the same card. Most of the big banks and credit card providers will allow you to do this, and that way you keep your credit history intact and you save money. Of course, if you've got a card that's simply not worth it and you aren't able to downgrade it to a free version, then yeah, maybe it's time to let it go. Because at the end of the day, managing credit cards is all about playing it smart, and keeping your oldest cards open without letting them collect dust can help boost your score. And a better credit score, that means lower interest rates, better loan approvals, and just more financial freedom. So the next time you think about closing that old card, be smart and give it a second thought. And speaking of smart credit card moves, here's another one that most people don't think about, which is increasing your credit limit. Now, before you roll your eyes, I'm not saying you should spend more. This isn't about giving yourself a reason to splurge. It's actually one of the easiest ways to improve your credit utilization ratio, which has a huge impact on your credit score. Here's how it works. Your utilization ratio is just the percentage of your available credit that you're actually using. So let's say you have a $3,000 limit and you're carrying a $3,000 balance. That's a 100% utilization, and it's not a good look at all. Lenders see that and they think, whoa, this person is maxed out financially. So the sweet spot is to keep your utilization under 30%. That means that if your limit is $3,000, you should aim to keep your balance below $900. But here's the trick. You don't have to change your spending to fix this. Instead, just ask your bank for a credit limit increase. For example, say your limit jumps from $3,000 to $10,000. Well, that same $3,000 balance now looks way better because it's only 30% of your available credit instead of 100%. And just like that, you look like a low-risk borrower. And just about every bank or credit card provider will let you request a credit limit increase either online, through their mobile app, or over the phone. Some might do a hard credit check, but most of them will just review your payment history and your annual income. And if you want to give yourself the best shot of getting approved for a credit limit increase, then make sure you have stable income, you've been making your payments on time, and you've had that card for at least 6 months. But remember, this isn't about spending more. The goal is to give you a stronger credit profile while keeping your habits the same. Because more available credit with the same spending equals a stronger credit score without making any big financial changes. And that's an easy win, right? But here's another trick most people don't take advantage of. It's about those annual fees you've been paying. It's true, and a quick call to your bank might save you some serious cash or score you some extra perks. So let's talk about how to make that happen. A lot of people just pay annual fees without realizing they could actually negotiate them for a discount, a statement credit, or even bonus points. And all you have to do is ask. Because think about it, banks spend a ton of money trying to get new customers in the door, and the last thing they want is to lose those customers. So if you're considering canceling your card because of the annual fee, they might throw you a little something to keep you around. And the best time to ask is normally around 1 to 2 months before your annual fee hits. You'll have the best shot of receiving a retention offer if you're a long-time customer, you spend a decent amount on the card, or you have multiple products with that bank or credit card provider. But don't worry, you don't need to go through some complex negotiation here. Just call the number on the back of your card and say something simple like, hey, I've really enjoyed using this card, but I'm thinking about canceling because of the annual fee. Are there any retention offers available? Worst case, they say no, but best case, you score some bonus points, a statement credit, or even the reduced annual fee that you asked for. Now, if the first rep that you talk to doesn't offer you anything, just call again later because different agents have access to different offers, so it's at least worth trying twice. But even if you don't get the fee completely waived, that 5-minute call could land you some pretty good perks. And if they won't budge? No big deal. You can always downgrade to a lower version of the card or switch to a new card that comes with a great welcome bonus. I'll leave a link to another video with a handful of cards with some pretty impressive welcome bonuses up here, but regardless of what you do, the key is that you're making sure that your money works for you, not against you. But what if I told you your credit cards are probably sitting on a goldmine of perks that you're not even using? I'm not just talking about points or cashback, I mean real tangible benefits, things that could save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year. And the crazy part is, most people don't even know they exist. So let's talk about how to squeeze every last drop out of your credit cards, because if you're paying an annual fee, you better believe you should be getting way more than just points in return. So we all know credit cards offer way more than just rewards, but a lot of people don't take advantage of that because they simply don't know what's available to them. Take travel insurance, for example. Did you know that a lot of credit cards cover trip cancellation, flight delays, and even lost baggage? If you can't travel because you're sick or you have an emergency, your credit card might also give you a refund for those non-refundable flights and hotel bookings as well. That means that there's no need to pay extra for third-party insurance. But that's just the beginning, because most credit cards also offer extended warranties. So if you buy a laptop, a phone, or an appliance with the right credit card, then it'll often double the manufacturer's warranty at no extra cost. So just imagine that your laptop dies right after the original warranty expires. Instead of paying for repairs or buying a new one, your credit card might cover the cost. And if you travel frequently between Canada and the US, some cards will also reimburse your fee for Nexus, which makes getting through the border and airport security much faster. If you're more into hotels, then some cards will give you elevated status with certain hotel loyalty programs, while other cards will give you an annual travel credit that you can use on hotels or flights or any other type of travel. And when you add in perks like free checked bags and airport lounge access, your credit card can pretty easily pay for itself. So take a few minutes to look at the specific benefits that your card is offering, because you might be sitting on perks that you're already paying for but not using, and that means you're basically leaving free money on the table. But here's the catch: none of those perks matter if you're drowning in interest payments, because that's the real trap here. Credit cards can be incredibly rewarding, but only if you play the game right. Because trust me, if you think banks are handing out all these perks just to be nice, think again. They're banking on one thing: that you'll slip up and start carrying a balance month to month. And when that happens, they don't just win, they own you. So let's talk about why paying your balance in full isn't just a smart move, it's the one move that trumps everything else. So if you remember nothing else about credit cards, remember this: always pay your balance in full. No exceptions. Why? Because credit card interest rates are brutal. We're talking about anywhere from 15 to 30% a year. And if you think that doesn't sound like much, then buckle up. Because let's say you owe $20,000 and you only make the minimum payment each month, which is usually about 2% of your balance. How long do you think it'll be before you're debt free? It's not 5 years and it's not 10 years. Try 47 years. Yes, that's right, almost 5 decades. And by the time you're done, you won't just be paying back that $20,000. You will have also paid tens of thousands of dollars in interest on top. That's more than what you borrowed in the first place, and this is exactly how people get stuck in a never-ending cycle of debt. But the banks, they love it. But here's the thing: avoiding interest isn't just about saving money. Your credit score depends on it. Your payment history is the biggest factor in your credit score, and it makes up 35% of your score. So if you pay your bill on time and in full, then your credit score will stay high. But if you start missing payments, then your credit takes a hit that can take years to recover from. So how do you make sure you never miss a payment? Automate them. Set up automatic payments for the full balance every month so it's handled without you even thinking about it. You can also set up alerts or calendar reminders just to be extra safe. But at the end of the day, credit cards only work in your favor if you avoid paying interest. The moment you start carrying a balance, you're playing the bank's game. And trust me, they always win. So don't give them that power. Pay your balance in full every single month, no excuses. But now you know the strategies for using your credit cards like a pro. Keeping your old credit cards open, increasing your credit limit, cutting fees, and actually using those hidden perks. But there's something else that can seriously level up your game, and that's choosing the right card in the first place. Because the truth is, not all points are created equal, and the best rewards come from matching the right credit card to your specific lifestyle. So if you want to learn which card is perfect for you and how to earn the most points possible without overthinking it, watch this video next.